Hey, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. Am I reading your story? We're at part two. I'm getting really emotional with you guys. Um, so I felt the need to pull away, like I was talking about for a while, because, like I said, I've been getting a lot of downloads. I've been getting them strong and steady and constant since August, I think it was, of 2015, to the point where I would just be like, I was told by so many people, like, that could never happen. You stop it. That's crazy. That's a conspiracy theory. And I was like, okay, I wrote it down. I was like, whatever. I'm tired of being told I'm crazy, so I'll just keep it to myself. I'll just write it down. I'll keep records. I'll collect news articles. And now things have come true. And I came on this channel in basically June of last year, and I was like, I can warn people. Thank God. Thank God some people are gonna listen. Thank God. I won't. I don't want everybody to get hit with this tsunami. That's going to come all at once. It's going to come faster than anyone could ever expect, thing after thing. I like I said in a reading recently, I got like 15 death cards just by putting my cards away, my different decks, over and over and over again. And then I was doing a live and I just kept getting it. I said things about certain areas, and then it manifested in the news. And I, that's one of those things. Like, you have to balance how much you tell people, because it's like an onslaught. And so I came on here because I wanted to start, making connections, and so that I could feel people out and maybe like, okay, do you want the warning? Are you ready to make the change? Yes, it's hard. Like, it's literally like being, 20 years into a job and being like, you've had the warning signs, you had this and that, and then somebody looks at you and goes, you should really find a new job. And the person's like, what, like, and gets defensive. And then you're like, no, really, please find a new job. And you do these little hints and these little things, and then something massive happens in their field, and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Now you're getting hit by a full wave, and you could have, like, literally made the tough decision, done this work, you know. Um, it's like that in so many ways. Being in a relationship, a marriage, being around your family members, is just like, wait, I can't just stop. And it's just like, well, I'm kind of trying to tell you, if you keep going and doing that, you think it's bad now, with having to deal with this stuff, with having to deal with this person's behavior. What's going to come next is so much worse. So please get out of the burning building. And most people don't want to listen. Like with this card, with the Son of Wands, which we were on, it's kind of like sounding the alarm. Hey, hey, hey. It's like a network. It's like, hey, I'm really trying to tell you. Because this also, to me, looks like the medical symbol, but it's mixed with a wand, as this, it has the two, like that. Um, it's kind of like your chakra here. Like, you got everything in balance so that you could receive, but also communicate. Um, and you guys have been working on this really hard. I mean, I am amazed by this community. This community has helped me so much because, having all these downloads, having things come true. And I really see being psychic as, like, I'm just like, have really heightened perception. I feel things out. I respect and look at animals and how they see things and feel things out. And children have to survive. And so they've got to learn how everything works and take in pattern recognition. So basically, being psychic is just being very in tune with your environment. And, I took my hypervigilance of having a lot of stuff happen to me when I was a child as a way to actually become a very good detective, a very good journalist, a very good, pattern recognition person. And, you've got to find what you can take from whatever you've been through and use it for to your advantage. No matter if people tell you you're crazy, because a lot of scientists, a lot of mathematicians, I mean, people used to get killed for being scientists because they were saying that there was an actual scientific reason for something that other people were saying was an act of God. Now, the thing is, a good scientist believes in both, that there is something greater than us, and we label it God. We label it Yahweh. We label it different gods. We label it whatever we label it, the universe, the divine creator. But that, and then an explanation, our amazing minds figuring it out, figuring out that, we're a fractal world where everything's a pattern that gets ever bigger and ever smaller. And it infinitely goes in both directions. And that's amazing. And that doesn't take away. I mean, a God, a divine creator would be someone, something, some force that that would give us agency. So we are the greatest creations, not us in particular, but living creatures living this world. And that we then get to learn, just like a parent would do. It gives us life. It gives us the ability to learn. And then what we do with that is what makes us us. That is like what we were given, raw materials, and we decide what to make of it. No one predetermines if you're going to be a mean person, and no one predetermines if you're going to be a nice person. What you do in each moment of your life, in each decision, are you making a good choice? Are you, because people know, because children know. And you can't tell me that as we get older, we just forget. We lie. We lie to ourselves that we don't know any better. But you guys don't. And that's what I love with the Son of Swords. This is the truth. You guys are bringing in the wisdom and the truth because you guys realize the patterns. You guys watch for them. You feel it. You get feelings. You get little messages. How do you know that? Well, we are just antenna. If you are honing your antenna, and that's based on science, if you are honing your antenna, you are more likely to pick up on different messages. There is so much information in the different frequencies, and you're honing your frequencies. You're honing your abilities to be able to pick up on more. It's amazing. I asked for a sign. I said, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I'm feeling hopeless and scared, and I don't know what to do. You have to give me, I said, you have to give me, universe, a clear sign that I should keep doing this. And then I went on a little belated birthday day trip, and we ended up in Napa, California, just driving there. Stopped at a Kohl's to go to the bathroom. Found a amazing light and art festival. And I'm walking down, and we're kind of a little lost, but it's still fun. I turn to this young man at the intersection, and I say, hi, hey, do you know where this is? And he looks at me like, I didn't even know what he was going to say to me. He's like, do you have a YouTube channel? And I was like, yes. And he's like, is your name Claire? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, oh my God, I watch your videos all the time. And I'm like, what? I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was like, thank you for this sign. And my child was with me, and my partner was with me, and they were like, yep, there you go. You needed a direct sign. So pay attention. Ask for what you need. Ask for a sign if you need it, because the universe will answer in the most crazy ways. But if you need a direct answer, ask for one. Say, out loud, I need this, and it'll happen. Bye.